Hello and welcome to Coffee and Card with me, Linda, from lindaspapercraft.co.uk, and we're in the second week of March 2025 and we're using the Darling Dino sets. So, put that, I'm trying to avoid the reflections, but maybe there. Right, so this week we're using one of the Stampin' Up note cards. I think they're a really cute size. They are actually imperial. So they are 3.5 inches, I think, by 5. Yeah, they come in packs of 20 with an envelope to match. Okay, so they're nice dinky cards, not too small that they're getting lost in the post. So I think they're really cute. So in your pack you have got a note card and an envelope, couple of pieces of basic white, and then the background here is from, let me have a look, Thoughtful Journey. That's one of the current designer series papers. It's a 6x6 paper, so I specifically done this 2 inches wide, 3 inches wide even, so I can get 2 out of 1 piece of designer series paper. So it's 3 inches by 5, and that just fits on the front there. So, and I just thought it looked really dinosaur-y, although there weren't any grasses in dinosaur times, so maybe not. But I just like the background that they create, and I'm just going to glue that onto the front of my little card. And then we also need, I was going to put these on a mag sheet and forgot. Let's get one out so they don't get lost. I use the old die packets. These are the packets the dies come in, and I've got mag sheets stuck onto white card, and I use those to hold my dies in classes. So I'll just pop that there. So these are the 2 dies you're going to need today. So I'm going to see either way. See, I like that side as well, but I think that's more of a landscape. Do either quite easily. Either side of these would work. They are beautiful papers and all like this with loads of different colours in. So, and as I say, they are called Thoughtful Journey, and currently are available on my online shop. Do not stick your paper to your card with your dies on. And that is just going to be the same length as the card, so I'm just popping that on the front there, and then we'll get to do some stamping. So I'm stamping with Memento Black because I'm colouring in. You can stamp with any of our inks when you're using alcohol markers like I'm going to use today. If you're going to use your water-based markers, so your Stampin' Write pens, you need to use Memento Black, because our water-based inks will leak. Bleed, that's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so the Memento isn't as juicy as our normal pads. So on your smaller piece of card, you need to stamp 1 dinosaur. There we go. And then 2 lots of rocks. One. Oops, trying to ink it up on the sentiment stamp, that's not going to work. 2. Okay. And then I am going to stamp my sentiment. Now, if you want, you can either stamp your sentiment and cut it out, or you can cut yourself a piece which is 5 centimetres by 1.5 centimetres and then stamp onto that. Okay, so this piece happens to be 5 centimetres, so I'm just going to stamp it and then trim the top. So, hope your birthday is dynamite. I put that in the middle, near the bottom. So you've got plenty of card, not the straightest, but we're handcrafting, not machine made in China. So right, so that's my stamping done, and I'm just going to get my trimmer and trim off that sentiment. Oh, I managed to get a think my nail varnish has clipped that. Right. Okay, so I'm just going to line that. I'm sort of lining it up here with this ridge that you can't see. So I'm just writing the top of the words. So there's the cutting line, so it's just above where the cutting line is. So you've got a nice little, obviously it is a little bit wonky, my stamping, but you can, well, if it was wonky, you've loads of card left to do another one. And you can also stand up and line it up better on the card, but I'm happy with that. Right, so colouring. So I have got today, so I've got a light old olive and a dark mossy meadow, because I thought the old olive, I do think that they're very similar hue, these colours, so I'm using that to get more definition between the spots and the background of the dinosaur. And then I'm just going to use a dark grey granite on the stones. Okay, I don't think I used dark, I think I used both. I'll just use dark, obviously my other grey granite is somewhere else, so we'll just use the dark. Right, so we're just going to colour in the body of our little dinosaur. So, and I'm actually going to colour the whole of him in and then just come back in with the mossy meadow to fill in the details. So I'm just, you can pause the video and spend a lot more time doing this than I am. I am somewhat rushing. We've got a lovely spring at the moment in the UK, so I'm actually filming in February. Sorry, no, I am filming in March. I'm a bit behind on this month's filming. I've normally got it all done the month before, but it's gorgeous here. I'm looking at some beautiful sunshine. Okay, so obviously the bit of him that's behind the stones doesn't have to be quite so perfect. I do love the way the alcohol markers blend. Then we'll come back in with, now if this happens, and it does happen sometimes, it's just the lid has come off with the, there we go. So, and then you can just pop that back in. Okay, so the lid has come off with the actual nib. Okay, so just colouring these in. As you can see, there's more of a differential because I'm using the dark. I have to say, I might be looking at buying a new one of this. It is looking like it's a bit dry. Thought I might have two of these, but I don't. See how much I use them, because it's definitely running out. Let's see if the other side's any better. Nope, definitely running out. Let's see if we can eke it through. Oh, I think that might be going in the bin. Yep, chucking that one. Do we have here light mossy meadow? Right, we'll go with this one now. There we go. That's better. I might go back over the others as well. Clearly that one is very used. then I'm just going to cover the rock, colour the rocks with the dark. So, or you can colour them in the light and then do some shading if you want. I thought, seeing as the rock, we should use granite. There we go. Just colour this one in. There we are. Okay. How cute is he? So cute. So now, in true Blue Peter fashion, I have already die cut out, coloured and die cut. So you can pause the video and go and do your die cutting. So I have my dinosaur and my 2 pieces of stone and my sentiment. So I'm just going to grab a sheet of dimensionals. I've got some big ones and some little ones here. So, okay. Now, what I actually did, when you're trying to position these, I often find it's easier actually to glue them together first and then put your dimensionals on, rather than trying to work out where you don't want your dimensionals to be, if you can see what I mean. Because obviously you don't want to double dimension on some of them and no dimensional on others. So I'm just going to glue, let's put him straight. Let's glue my rocks on the front, and then I'm going to do the same on the back of his tail. If I can get some glue out, there it is. And then you just put dimensionals on the whole piece. Okay, so I think I want 2 bits of the rock showing. And then you can also use your grid paper to make sure the rocks sort of line up. There we go. Okay, and then I can just put dimensionals across the whole piece. So, one of my 50 million pokey tools, because they are quite small, these ones. Obviously, because they are mini dimensionals. The nice thing about our mini dimensionals and our standard dimensionals are they are the same thickness. So you can mix and match them. Sometimes you get the smaller dimensionals can be thicker or thinner than the normal standard, but not with the Stampin' Up ones. So I'm going to put some thin ones on his neck because it's quite flimsy, because it's a thin piece of card and they're just the right width to fit. Obviously you can chop the bigger ones in half, so if you want. Works equally well. There we go, and then I'll put a couple on here as well. We just need to stick everything together, so a nice simple card for week 2. I'm just going to glue him in place. That's 1, 2, 3. I'm just putting him towards the bottom. There we go. And then the last 2 for our sentiments, which I put top and left. And there you go. How cute is that? So a nice little quick and easy birthday card for anybody, really. So hope you've enjoyed that. Take care, and I will see you all next week. Bye.